Now this video is regarding what are the points that you should be considering while filling your counseling or doing your counseling. First and foremost, don't go for the middlemen that are there sprouting here and there on the internet. They themselves do not know what kind of information, what kind of toxicity or what kind of teaching environment is in that particular hospital. So don't go to these scamsters and lose your hard-earned money. Rather have a belief in you, because if you can study for this examination and get good rank, then you must have that capability that which college to choose or which college not to choose. And you can largely make your decision and by the last year data, or you can consult your seniors, or you can go wherever nearby you can get. So these some are the points that I am going to tell you that are in general, but many times people don't know that, and you should base your decision based on that. See, if you are not getting an admission in topmost institute, then in most of the rest of the institutes the teaching level is pathetic. Okay, in each state you can keep one good institute, one or two there are good institutes, but after that there is no teaching environment. Most of the teachers are involved in their own private practice and all, and hospital is taken care by the seniors, and because the seniors are the whole sole caretaker of that hospital, then power creeps it in their brain, and when the power creeps in their brain, then toxicity arises. So you will find those areas are more toxic. So firstly, what you should be anytime, branch is much important than the college. This is a known fact and you should remember it, because you have to live with the branch all your life. College, you will be out in 3 years. Now if you are sorted in this, focus on getting the college that is in your home city. Why? Because if you are placed in your home city, then firstly you are interacting largely with the people from that city and you know in and out of that city. Secondly, if you are thinking of developing your private practice, then also if you go and take numbers or exchange numbers or do some any sorts of that thing that make a lasting relations, that make the relation long last. So in this way you can have a ready-made population that you will be taking care once you complete your post-graduation. So this is my take on this, and it would be really subjective. Many people would not be, majority of the people would not be agreeing with me, but that's fine. I'm telling you what I feel like, what you should keep in mind while choosing the city. Third, avoid bonds. If you are not into government teaching, if you don't want to work in government setup, then then avoid bonds or getting into the bonds. It is better that you get through DNB. Fourth, if you are aspiring for being a super specialist like cardiologist or rheumatologist or something like that, then go for MD where it is easy, or go for DNB, because these are the qualifying criteria for your ultimate super specialization. So whether you do it from the DNB or do it from some MD hospitals, it really is going not to matter much. Ultimately it is the where you learn your cardiology that will matter at the end. So choose your branch or choose your specialty accordingly, and DNB is in many areas superior to MD, like there are no bonds. Secondly, they don't deposit your certificates, so you can always come out of that arrangement if you don't find the setup really welcoming for you, or you don't find your mozo in that. So definitely you can leave, and there are not much penalty or repercussions to it as compared to MD, where there is a heavy bond issue and every other else things. Fifth, go for surgical branch and medicinal branch. They have one big difference. What is that? See, medicinal branch, you will start earning from here, it will grow slow gradually, and then you will peak and then peak. So by the time you are 80, you will be earning a lot, and because you would be earning a lot, there would be a lot of respect both in society and at your home. But what happens in surgical branch? In surgical branch, fine, you would be earning handsomely. For example, in neurosurgery you will be learning handsomely, but once you reach 56, 57, 58 years, then you will hands will start having tremors, and when your hands will start having tremors, then obviously surgical precision is going to be low, and ultimately your income will reduce, and once your income will reduce, then all the things that are associated with the income will be getting affected. So avoid getting, so these are the pros and cons, but the point is that in this surgical branch, in this period, you will earn a lot as compared to a medicinal person. Medicinal person will have almost, it will take 8 to 10 years to make his practice decent, so that he can charge at the market level or the greater than market level. Seventh, radiology. There are lots of concerns that artificial intelligence will displace the radiology, and in times to come, radiologists would be redundant, and that's a very wrong argument, I would say, at least not in the next 50 years. See, there was an experiment conducted by Harvard University, in which they divided the group of people. First, here in first subset, humans were having diseases and they were going to AI doctors, and then there were IT technology, they were going to AI engine, for example in graphics and all. So here 80 to 90% of people said that they don't believe in AI, and whatever AI is doing, they should have overlooked by a human being, a doctor. But on the other, technological area like IT sector or coding or some or on that line, AI is welcomed, because even if it gets wrong, it is not going to do much harm, and someone's lives would not be lost in that process. So radiology is a branch at least for next 50 years would be there and would be in huge demand, because there is a huge demand and supply mismatch here. And it's just that with the coming of technology, it will become more capital intensive, and the more capital intensive it is, the harder it would be to set up and earn profit. For example, I will there's a fact that in that central Delhi area, during COVID, lot of CT scan came in, CT scan centers came up, so they were earning good profit during that time. But now they are not able to take out the operating cost. Why? Because there is no demand such. So you need not to have a lot of capital to earn profit. You just need ultrasonography. It is always going to be personalized, because a machine is difficult to adopt to that varying angle, varying depth, as well as interpreting those sound waves that we are getting. So it will always be individual based or doctor centric. So doctor centric, or that is, a machine cannot take that place. So do not fear of this. Now medicine is always in demand, but medicine would suck a lot of life from you. So both medicine is, I can say that one of the most secure branch, if you are not hell bent on that you will practice in the city one, in the major metropolitan cities. If you go in the periphery areas, you can definitely develop your patient base, and you can earn your earnings in a decent amount. Okay. And if you are doing medicine for cardiology and other, and if you are not, then also always choose those super specialty branch after you undergo training. And once you have that understanding, then you would find your mojo that okay, in which direction should you go. Surgery, I have already talked what are the pros and cons of those surgical branches, and then we come on to the what are the other branches. Patho, micro, these are all good. You can always develop your own setup, and these will always be branches that would be in demand. But again, see, it really depends upon you are a worker or you are an owner. If you are an owner, then you will earn huge. But you are a worker, then you will earn in not that much of amount. It is the open truth. And then where frustration creeps, because someone who is not from owner is not from medical background, it's just that he has the capital and he is earning more than you by employing you, then it becomes frustrating. So always try to be owner. But being an owner required you to be fulfilling three costs: land, labor and capital. Labor is what you are working, land cost is increasing day by day, capital machinery cost is increasing day by day. So ultimately the whole operating cost is increasing manifold. Pharma and all those subjects, see, if you are suffering from illness that prevents you from performing optimally your daily routine activities of seeing patients, or you are not unable to go and look from bed to bed, then you can go for non-clinical subjects like pharma and all. But don't go for, I have seen many people that they have jumped into pharma and all, so thinking that this will balance out their, it will give them work-life balance. But once they go in that, then after that they realize okay, they need some amount of thrill in their life, some amount of actual doctor work where when they go back in society and they are respected. So what they do drop out from there, or they complete pharma and then they do DNB, something like that. So if you are bent on, okay fine, I have to pick this branch because I am thinking on work life balance and all, then ask yourself that, are you convinced that this is the reason and this is the enough reason that to take this branch? Because you then, if you are not finding solace in that branch, then sooner or later it would have manifestation in your other parts of life. So don't jump and see that work life balance. Ultimately you need work round the clock to keep yourself sane, happy, and have that kind of individuality that you would have studied and that you would have dreamt of when you were a student. And other things. Moreover, private medical college, what should you do? If you have loads of money in your home, then you can definitely go for private medical college. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you need your brain and knowledge to perform in the public health setup, and it is immaterial from where you get that degree. It's just that how much learning you have, how much expertise you have of that field, that will determine the ultimate outcome. So what my finally I would say that on that, whatever I have told you, you too take that into account where accepting the where choosing a branch, and then also look towards last year counseling data. From that you will get a lot of indications, and from that you see the last year counseling data, and once you have sorted out the college, okay fine, this is the institute that I am going to take admission, then go and meet seniors from those college and meet multiple seniors, because a single senior will have certain kind of view. You need multiple views to come to a certain point or certain conclusion. So you go and meet them, talk to them, consult your seniors, but don't fall into this whole scamster business where they are taking 25,000 for helping you in counseling, because they won't be hand holding till the end, plus they don't have that expertise. How can a person from non-medical field can know and understand what is to be JR1 in any college and what kind of toxicity? He is not seeing day to day or hearing those day to day basis stories. So it will be best if you go and yourself go and talk, and if you are talking to the seniors, do not talk only to the JR1, talk to the JR3 also, talk to SR also. SR will have a more broader view and a more holistic view of that college and everything, because here definitely you have spent a larger time. So you can definitely consult these people. You yourself should go and check in the hospital and not depend upon these people that are scamming you. And that's it. And if you have some confusion regarding counseling and all, you can always drop in the comment. If I have time, I will definitely try to address it. And best of luck for the results and all. Bye bye.